Hi there. I wanted to show you kind of a cool brainstorming technique. Just as long as we're looking at these. This is Etherington Brothers Tutorial 21, which is about mechanical details. And it gives you some ideas about putting in details and kind of stacking them together. And then it talks about cables and wires, and later on robot arms and things. But what I thought was most interesting was just this page, this double page spread. And you can see that the devices and details here are all pretty simple. Like, for example, this one, I think it might be a bell. You can see the shape that's on there. You can see a hinged piece. This one next to it, we can see, not sure what it is, but it's just got 3 hinged areas. This one might be a sort of engine with exhaust pipes. It's hard to tell, but the devices themselves are quite simple and they work. They work really well. So if you were designing a robot or an environment or something else, knowing how to put together some of these simple devices would be really helpful, because you could use them to sort of, as ideas to piece things together. I want to show you how I think these are made. It's not quite as in the idea on the previous page where it talks about, you're gonna put all these shapes together and add panels and forms, and you get a much more complex device than these simple ones here. And the simple ones are the ones I'm kind of interested in. So to start, I want to just do a few of these. We're gonna do about 4 of them. Whoops, my camera keeps going in and out of focus. All right, so here's the idea. I'm just going to do a couple of different shapes, and you could even be random shapes. You don't have to think too much about what the item is going to be or what its function is or anything like that. But whatever you have on your shapes, make sure that they're just closed-ended. The shape could represent a solid form. For example, this oblong shape here could be a 3-dimensional form. Let's make it some kind of tower. Like that. This looks like it could be some kind of computer or camera. It's got a lens. But it doesn't need much to it. Or the shapes themselves could represent maybe an outline of something else. So we've got, let's do a thing with that looks like a wheel kind of, and then we could make maybe a larger wheel behind it. So it doesn't have to necessarily mean one big block or that's shaped like that. And also you can go away from the shape a little bit as you start to sort of add forms and things to it. Easy enough to do, but it's just all improvisation. So for this one, I'm gonna just double it up. And let's do something on either side that's going to be somewhat symmetrical. You can take some chops out of it. Chop your shape up a little bit. And already I feel like I'm getting a little bit too complex for what this is meant to be. Let's make this a wheel. You can easily improvise an entire page or 2 pages or multiple pages of devices just by doing this. I think one of the things to remember is just simplicity. So maybe that's just like an end cap on some kind of device. Let's make this one into a sort of vehicle. There's our cockpit. Now I'm looking at it, and I'm not going to erase it, but I'm thinking I should have made a mole vehicle, like one of those mole things the supervillains always have. I'm going to drill a hole directly to the center of the Earth. It's good practice because it gets you in the habit of thinking in terms of perspective, in terms of taking a flat two-dimensional shape and somehow make it three-dimensional. Like look for ways that you can add dimension to your shape. So let's just do our cube here. It can be a three-dimensional cube in space. You can put a flat bottom over there. That makes it kind of like almost like a three-point perspective. And you notice we're not drawing any perspective lines. We're not thinking about that really too much. Some corners. This almost looks like an old GameCube or something. Pretty easy. Let's do some more. I'm liking this better now because my pencil is a little less sharp, which is more comforting to me anyways. I don't know if it's better, but feels fine. Okay. This into 2. There we go. It's pretty unconventional shape. It's almost like 3 shapes put together. There we go. Pretty fun. All right, please like, follow, and subscribe. I'm going to continue making shapes here and fooling around. And there will be more art every day. I've been doing art every day, and I haven't really been posting a lot of it, so I'll show you a little bit of that before I turn off. Did a couple of figures here. You can tell I've been fooling around with this mechanical design stuff. Here's some gigantic things that I made with it. There's some goblins. Here's the orcs I did yesterday, and the faces, and more faces and stuff. So keep drawing, and I'll have more updates.